Tension is rising inside the White House, and it is aimed squarely at Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Multiple White House and federal officials tell MS Now that frustration with Noem has hit a breaking point, with senior aides pushing U.S. President Donald Trump to remove her as early as January. According to MS Now sources, Noem is on very thin ice. Officials say she has failed to move quickly enough on the president's sweeping deportation agenda, especially the rapid expansion of detention centers funded through Trump's massive summer spending bill. That bill poured $170 billion into immigration enforcement, including $75 billion for ICE alone and $45 billion earmarked for detention facilities. At the center of the internal pushback is Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, who sources say is leading the charge to replace Noem. Senior aides argue that she has not matched the speed or aggression demanded by the administration's new enforcement strategy. But immigration isn't the only pressure point. Several governors, frustrated with delays in FEMA and disaster relief funding, have reportedly called Trump directly to complain about Noem's management of federal aid. While the decision is not yet final, the search for a successor is well underway. Outgoing Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin has emerged as a top contender after recent meetings in Washington with DHS and Customs and Border Protection officials. Acting ICE Chief Todd Lyons is also in the running. The White House, however, is publicly rejecting the narrative. Spokeswoman Abigail Jackson called the reporting total fake news, insisting that Noem is doing a great job implementing the president's agenda and making America safe again. DHS has deferred all comments back to the White House, while Youngkin's office has remained silent. Rumors of Noem's possible removal were first reported by CNN in late November, and now those internal discussions appear to be accelerating. A major shakeup inside the Department of Homeland Security may now be a matter of when, not if.
Well, TPS is a program that was always meant to be temporary. It's a program that is put in place, and I believe for Somalia over 30 years ago, and will need to be evaluated to make sure that it comes and is always implemented in the process for which it was intended. So that's something that will go forward, and I know that the President wants to bring integrity to our programs and make sure that they're applied appropriately to the individuals and to the countries to which they're supposed to benefit. We plan to follow the process that's in law to evaluate TPS and how it applies to different countries and individuals from them. It was never meant to be an asylum program. It was always meant to be put in place after an incident or an event on a temporary basis, and that's what the evaluation will be. Well, that's not under the purview that I have the latitude to weigh in on. That's an evaluation that's done by the federal government, and that's what they'll look at, is to see if something from 30 years ago when this designation was given, if it still holds true and if the individuals still qualify for a TPS program. It will be something that we'll go through the process on and evaluate. There is a timeline as set under statute that every single country's TPS program gets evaluated on. Yep.
Can you tell us why just Minnesota, or
The evaluation applies to how the United States of America interacts with the country when it comes to temporary protective status, and so traditionally and according to the law, it gets applied across the country. All right. Well, I want to remind everybody over the Thanksgiving season to spend some time being grateful for the gifts of this country, for our freedoms, our liberties, the opportunity to get up each and every day and to live in a country that's safe. I'd also like to encourage everybody to go out and to thank a law enforcement officer. Thank those individuals that are out protecting our communities, protecting the families here so that they can get up, go to work every single day, that our kids can go to school, and we can sleep safely in our beds tonight.